Alright everyone, welcome back. I apologize for the short last video and the long wait. But we're getting back into it, and I apologize in advance for any audio issues because my OBS does not seem to be cooperating today. But anyway, let's get back into the case. Confusing case. These two jokers, Talia and Damon, apparently witnessing different things. Apparently Damon saw the victim magically rise into the air and get decapitated, whereas Talia saw someone else probably get killed by the, or possibly get killed by the defendant. So, okay, and now we're clearing up because we're trying to clear this up because supposedly the vampire was in the top left here, and supposedly Karen Cat ran past him, according to Maxwell. Okay, so we're supposed to press and... What's her face? Ray is spewing all of her weird stuff. Anyway, okay. So let's press him on this. To be fair, what he witnessed would have happened a couple seconds later. So when you were getting away, he would have still been on his way to the crime scene. Well, I did lose some time picking up my pressure cube. Pressure cube? What's that? First time I've heard about this. This is something I designed with my spell in mind. To anyone else, it's simply just a simple iron cube with a thin horizontal indentation on one side. However, there is actually a small hollow space on the inside. I utilize this with my spell. I let a substance travel to the inside. In this case, I intended to use wine. I'll get back to why later. By making it so the substance can travel only one way once it comes into contact with the material, I can effectively build up pressure on the inside, hence, I named it the pressure cube. Interesting. What happens next? You release the pressure? Correct, I knew you'd figure it out. So I found a way to make a spell into a bomb, I guess. By placing a projectile inside the small indentation and using my spell on the wall, all the pressure is released in that direction, shooting it out at great speed. What kind of projectile do you fire with this? Well, this version uses sharp blades that are thin enough to fit in the indentation. It's ultimately not as powerful as a gun, but its advantage is that it's silent. Well, you'd think it would make a loud noise, though. When trying to fight slicers, that is an advantage. Why the wine, though? Well, liquids are more silent than gas in this procedure, for one. I assumed using something with color would make it possible to see where the projectile went, but the required amount to create pressure in the chamber is so small that, well, it might have been a miscalculation on my part. Out there, it's much harder to see the faint traces than in a clean area. Still, it seemed the most convenient choice at the time. That is certainly one way to waste one's alcoholic beverages. Well, since you dropped the wine, I take it you never actually used this cube that night? Well, it was already loaded for one shot. I might have panicked and fired it on accident while running away. After such an event, you can't help but see a phantom behind every tree. But that wasn't at the crime scene, so it probably doesn't matter. Oh, is this where that razor fragment came from? Is this his projectile here? Fair enough. So you took this cube back home with you then? Yeah, I worked hard on that invention. It fell out of my hands at the same time as the wine bottle. But I couldn't leave it behind and quickly picked it up. Okay, so that would explain the rectangular gap in the wine stain. Thanks for letting us know about this now. My apologies, this did not appear like a crucial detail compared to You have done no wrong. Murder is more important than every last item you are carrying, regardless of what the defense wants you to believe. Right, of course. Well, this cleared up one thing at least. There was this curious rectangular gap in the wine stain. So I figured you dropped or picked up something. Well, glad to have delivered clarity. Anyway, as I was saying, picking it up delayed my escape a little. Then I also tripped and fell on my face a few times. A few times? Well, at least thrice, maybe 4 times. That's like clumsier than maids. It's a little embarrassing, but I wasn't really paying attention to the ground. I just wanted to get away from the crime scene as quickly as possible. Fair point. I guess that means you could have been still near enough for this observation to be relevant. Which could mean you didn't really see anything because the witness didn't. I hope so. Please just tell me I imagined it all. But still, this is a little curious. Did you see this vampire at that corner or not? No, before exploring that, there might be another question I need to ask myself first. On a social level, history is an illusion. On a social level, those with power can very much determine it entirely. On a hashtag biological level, it's no more than memories you can access in your brain, their origin unknown. On a psychological level, it is merely an invention of transient minds, meant to give the comforting illusion of potential immortality. So is any of this meant to amount to something regarding the testimony? It's up to you to figure that out, champ. That's how cryptokins work. That's not how cryptokins work. Got anything practical to say? Well, if you wanted to be like that, here's my professional assessment. You got barely any clue about the dealings here, better to keep pressing for a bit. Once you got them to spill the beans, go for the kill, and press some more. Did I mention you should keep pressing hashtag before you attack? Yes, thanks for this absolutely useful hint. I'm guessing you should focus on trying to figure out the details about the vampire or the magic murder. Agreed, Ray. If you can't make progress with either of those, they'll just shut down everything. We'll obviously need to try and make sense of these new findings. If I don't, they'll just finish the case with the confession they have, and then panic about this vampire sighting. And obviously if I combine, he just separates them because of his power. What just happened? You know, I really just want to get this over with and get to real problems, so you're messing with my testimony. I'd appreciate it if you didn't do that. You broke up the statement I combined. Well, I guess I can't rely on my special technique here. He'll just counter it with a spell. No need to give up, though. Just have to do it the old-fashioned way. Oh, gosh. What happens if I present this coffin? Because I don't... Why is there a coffin there?
Objection!
I refuse to believe in the legitimacy of this statement. I must admit, I'm quite fascinated by your desperation. Let's try asking some more from this. Right at the corner the kid was waiting at. To the upper left corner, that's where the vampire supposedly was. hold on a minute.
Hold it!
Okay, I gotta do the voice.
Hold it!
Okay, where? Do you happen to remember where exactly you started getting this feeling? Why would the location matter? Well, it might. Fine, it must have been right at the corner the kid was waiting at. That would be the upper left corner on this diagram, right? Probably, maybe a little before I got to the actual corner. All I remember was it started just when I was about to go around that corner. Almost like my instincts were telling me there was something dangerous around it. Well, the thing that was around it was a murderer, so I wasn't too far off. Unless the kid's hiding his true identity, of course. What if the defendant is a vampire with an evil aura? That is impossible, for he is present in this great hall. Such a creature, no matter how powerful, should not be capable of compromising the safe haven's barrier. Wouldn't be the first time you were wrong about your barrier being safe, now would it? That was an accident. Measures have since been taken. At any rate, the defendant passed through the gate and had his spell ascertained, confirming him as human. If such a thing as a vampire exists, of course, he might still be assisting them willingly or unwillingly. We will delve into those possibilities if all other options are exhausted. But it's on the table now, great. So you got this ominous feeling near the corner, not sure if that's helpful. Please add that statement to your testimony. Ah, here we go. Making everything harder again. Fine, we'll have to be done someday. Right at the corner when I was about to go around it. Okay, so I guess let's compare... Oh, whatever, we're doing this whole thing again. This corner seems important because that's where he supposedly saw the vampire, and that's where Kat supposedly got this bad feeling. Ah.
Hold it!
Okay, wait, hold on. I keep forgetting to say everything. Okay. So I was supposed to press this. Ugh. Alright, hold on. Ah, shut up. Okay, I gotta get him to talk about the where testimony and then press it.
Hold it!
No! Ah! No! Ah! No! Stop! Why do I keep pressing the wrong button!
Hold it!
I need to get him to talk about where, and then I can press him about it. He was talking about rubber. Which obviously means it has to do with this razor fragment here. Add the statement. Finally! Okay, now we press. She's done this the first time. Near that corner, huh? Sure keeps being a spot of interest. I wonder, you didn't notice anything odd about the area there? Other than a sense of total dread? Nah. How about the smell? Did you smell anything? Where did that come from? Don't think I paid attention to that. Maybe I can help your memory. How about the smell of rubber? Rubber? Got no idea where you pulled that from, but yeah, now you mention it. It's pretty faint, but I think I remember a smell like that. There's also the smell of blood, but I think it's obvious where that came from. Rubber. I'm not sure where the defense got that idea from either. You're not perchance withholding even more evidence from the court, are you? I'm not. I have no idea if any of this is relevant after all. Just presenting everything I've found would just lead to us potentially wasting a lot of time, no? Point acknowledged. However, if relevance is doubtlessly established, please submit it right away. Sure. It's not really the case yet, though. So he was in the same spot I found that evidence in yesterday, just before I got into some trouble. Not sure if that's helpful right now, but it's a curious fact to keep in mind at least. Okay, what if I try presenting this razor fragment? Okay, so it's gonna penalize us.
Objection!
What the heck? What am I supposed to say now? Okay, I guess we'll ask him why, because that's the only remaining dialogue option. I have no idea how I'm supposed to present any of this stuff. Why exactly did you suddenly feel that way? I mean, you had no problem following them outside town, fully expecting something to happen. It seems a little strange that you suddenly had this ominous feeling. Look, I felt uneasy before, but this was something else. It felt like my very life was being threatened all of a sudden. It sent an unbelievably cold shiver down my spine. There was something there, something unnatural. You're not just saying that because of what Mr. Maxwell just observed that day. Well, something like a vampire would explain it if you ask me. He must have entered the awakened vampire's evil aura. Thesis noted. You better believe me, this wasn't just me being scared for no reason. That cold shiver was real, man. My instincts screamed to get the hell out of there. I ended up taking a look anyway, against their better judgment. Who knows, maybe I'm lucky I'm standing here today. This would not have been an occurrence without your decision of leaving Safe Haven. You stay out of this. I know you're doing pretty well by hiding in the palace, but something had to be done, you hear me? I had to follow them. Was any of this even helpful? Making everything harder again. Fine, we'll have to be done someday. Let's press him on this. This honestly still sounds like something that would happen in that situation. The gunshot confirmed that something unusual was actually going on. Anyone could get a chill from that realization. Not sure why you keep insisting it wasn't a natural reaction. Look, I just felt it, okay? This was different from your average shiver. I've seen lots of things I wish I hadn't. From chills to my stomach turning all over, I know how I react to that stuff. Mr. Cat? You're making me remember stuff I'd rather not. Anyway, this was way different. Didn't just feel like I knew something dangerous was going on nearby, got it? I felt like my life was in danger for some reason I couldn't understand. Well, it sounds very ominous. I'm not sure if it's actually useful from a scientific point of view. is obviously one of his projectiles. There's blood on it, which means that it hit something. Hit someone. Seen the vampire at the corner that I saw as well. But the what about this razor fragment? Is that not relevant to the case? That he fired a weapon and there's blood on it? Stuff to say, but it won't let me say it because I'm supposed to do a specific thing. Half an hour and no progress. I don't understand what I'm supposed to say to this. I presented after this.
Objection!
I don't get it. What? What do you want from me? supposed to say something about this because I'm supposed to, like, add something to this testimony. What? What am I supposed to say to you? I'm telling you, like, you were suspicious, like, in the same place that this guy supposedly saw something. So how am I supposed to say that with this limited interface? Also, it was the same place with that bloody razor fragment. So, like, did he fire it over there? Did it hit something? Jesus. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm done with this game for now. This whole thing makes very little sense. I have a bunch of stuff I want to say, but it's not letting me say it. It's just penalizing me over and over again for trying to say anything. And it's got, I know it's got like one specific thing it wants me to say or do, but I have no idea what it is, and there's not enough information to know. I think I might just put this game down.